Just a few years ago, artificial intelligence seemed like something out of science fiction. People imagined intelligent machines of the future that could answer questions, write texts, program software, and help solve complex problems. But few expected that this moment would arrive so quickly. At the end of 2022, the world saw ChatGPT, a system that permanently changed humanity's perception of artificial intelligence. Within just a few days of its launch, millions of people began using the new technology. Users asked questions, requested articles, poems, help with studying, and assistance with programming. It seemed as if ChatGPT could do almost anything. For the first time in history, such a powerful artificial intelligence became available to anyone with internet access. But the story of ChatGPT began much earlier. To understand the scale of this project, we need to go back to 2015. That was the year a group of well-known entrepreneurs and researchers founded OpenAI. Among its founders were Elon Musk and Sam Altman. Their goal was to create artificial intelligence that would benefit all of humanity. During its early years, the company focused on fundamental research. Engineers and scientists developed new machine learning algorithms, created language models, and experimented with neural networks. The result of this work was the GPT series of models, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. The first version of GPT demonstrated that a computer could understand and generate text at a surprisingly high level. Then came GPT-2 and GPT-3, each significantly more advanced than its predecessor. However, the real revolution occurred when OpenAI decided to create a user-friendly interface for interacting with the model. That is how ChatGPT was born. The main feature of ChatGPT was its accessibility. Anyone could use it. You didn't need to be a programmer or a scientist. All you had to do was open the website and type a message. The AI responded almost instantly and was capable of maintaining a natural conversation. The secret behind its capabilities lies in the enormous amount of data used during training. The model analyzed books, articles, websites, scientific publications, and many other sources. Through this process, it learned the structure of language, the meanings of words, and the relationships between different concepts. When a user asks a question, ChatGPT does not search the internet like a traditional search engine. Instead, it predicts the most likely continuation of text based on everything it learned during training. That is why its responses often sound so natural. However, many people mistakenly believe that ChatGPT possesses consciousness or true intelligence. In reality, it is an extremely complex mathematical system that analyzes patterns in language. It does not think like a human, has no personal desires, and experiences no emotions. Nevertheless, the quality of its responses is so impressive that it can sometimes create the opposite impression. ChatGPT's popularity grew at an extraordinary pace. Within just a few months of its launch, tens of millions of people were using the service. This made it one of the fastest-growing technology products in human history. Students used it to prepare for exams. Entrepreneurs created business plans. Marketers wrote advertising copy. Programmers searched for coding errors. Teachers prepared educational materials. Virtually every profession found a way to use this new tool. ChatGPT proved especially powerful in programming. It can write code in dozens of programming languages, explain complex algorithms, and help developers solve technical challenges. For many programmers, artificial intelligence became a full-fledged assistant in their daily work. As technology evolved, OpenAI continued releasing new versions of the model. Each generation became smarter, faster, and more accurate. Logic improved, reasoning became stronger, and the model gained a better understanding of complex requests and different types of information. Over time, ChatGPT learned to work with more than just text. It gained the ability to analyze images, documents, spreadsheets, and other forms of data. This made the system even more versatile. However, success also attracted serious competitors. Companies around the world began developing their own artificial intelligence models. Claude from Anthropic, Gemini from Google, Grok from XI, DeepSeek from China, and many other projects entered the market. A true technological race had begun. Despite this competition, ChatGPT continued to maintain a leading position thanks to its massive user base and continuous development. OpenAI regularly introduced new features, improved response quality, and expanded the platform's capabilities. One of the most fascinating aspects of ChatGPT is its impact on society. Many experts compare the arrival of systems like ChatGPT to the invention of the internet or the personal computer. Artificial intelligence has begun transforming education, work, business, and creativity. Some people fear that AI could replace many professions. Others believe it will become a tool that allows people to work more efficiently and focus on more complex tasks. No one knows the exact answer yet, but one thing is clear: these technologies have already changed the world and continue to do so every day. Today, ChatGPT is used by millions of people around the globe. It helps users learn languages, write books, create software, analyze information, and solve countless problems. For many, it has become as familiar and essential as a search engine or email. The story of ChatGPT demonstrates just how rapidly technology can evolve. What began as a research initiative by a relatively small team of scientists has become one of the most recognized products in the world. And while competitors continue trying to catch up, OpenAI keeps moving forward, creating new generations of artificial intelligence. Perhaps in a few years, today's versions of ChatGPT will seem as primitive as the computers of the last century. But even now, it is safe to say that ChatGPT has become one of the most important technologies of the 21st century. It has opened a new era of interaction between humans and machines, and its influence on the future of humanity is only beginning to unfold.